Christians are one of the most persecuted groups in the world today, facing discrimination, violence, and marginalization in various forms. The reasons behind this phenomenon are complex and multifaceted, rooted in a combination of historical, cultural, and ideological factors. One of the primary reasons for Christian persecution is the widespread misconception that Christianity is a Western, colonialist, or imperialist religion. This notion is often perpetuated by those who view Christianity as a tool of cultural and economic domination, and therefore see Christians as agents of Western powers. As a result, Christians in non-Western countries, particularly in the Middle East, Africa, and Asia, are frequently targeted by extremist groups, governments, and individuals who seek to eradicate what they perceive as a foreign influence. For instance, in countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, and North Korea, Christians are subjected to severe restrictions on their freedom of worship, assembly, and expression. They are often forced to practice their faith in secret, facing imprisonment, torture, and even death if discovered. The persecution of Christians is also fueled by radical ideologies, such as Islamism and communism, which seek to eradicate all forms of dissent and opposition. In recent years, the rise of Islamist extremism has led to a significant increase in Christian persecution, particularly in the Middle East and North Africa. Groups like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and Boko Haram have waged a violent campaign against Christians, destroying churches, monasteries, and other places of worship, and killing thousands of Christians in the process. The persecution of Christians is not limited to these regions, however. In the Western world, Christians are facing increasing marginalization and discrimination, particularly in the realms of education, employment, and public policy. Many Christians feel that their values and beliefs are being pushed to the fringes of society, and that they are being forced to conform to a secular, progressive agenda that is often hostile to their faith. For example, Christians who refuse to participate in same-sex wedding ceremonies or provide services that conflict with their religious beliefs are frequently sued, fined, or penalized. Similarly, Christian students and educators who express their faith or promote biblical values in public schools and universities are often harassed, intimidated, or expelled. The persecution of Christians is also driven by a growing anti-Christian sentiment in the media and popular culture. Christians are often portrayed as intolerant, bigoted, and narrow-minded, while their faith is depicted as irrational, outdated, and oppressive. This negative portrayal has contributed to a climate of hostility and prejudice against Christians, making it increasingly difficult for them to express their faith openly and without fear of reprisal. Furthermore, the failure of governments and international organizations to address Christian persecution effectively has exacerbated the problem. Many countries, including the United States, have been criticized for their inadequate response to Christian persecution, and for prioritizing other human rights issues over the protection of Christian minorities. The lack of attention and action has emboldened persecutors who feel that they can target Christians with impunity. In conclusion, the persecution of Christians in society today is a complex and multifaceted issue, driven by a combination of historical, cultural, and ideological factors. The misconceptions about Christianity, radical ideologies, and anti-Christian sentiment in the media and popular culture have all contributed to a climate of hostility and prejudice against Christians. It is essential that governments, international organizations, and civil society actors take concrete steps to address Christian persecution, protect the rights of Christian minorities, and promote a culture of tolerance, respect, and understanding. By doing so, we can help to create a world where Christians can practice their faith freely without fear of persecution or reprisal. Ultimately, the protection of Christian minorities is not just a moral imperative, but a necessary condition for building a more just, peaceful, and harmonious world.